Hello and welcome back. Today I would like to discuss a case with you that I saw being on call. See, usually I see only kids, adolescents and their families, but on the weekends sometimes I have to step in and see adults as well to give a break to my colleagues, adult psychiatrists. And I saw this patient who was admitted yesterday. He's in his 20s and he came in after a parent suicide attempt. So what happened was, usually this lad goes out with his friends on the weekends. So he had a few drinks and then a few more. So then he felt quite intoxicated. He was socializing, but then he felt kind of tired. He developed headache. So he told his friends that he's going to go and take Tylenol. So he took one pill and then he kind of felt sad and despaired. He was thinking about his stressors, about his girlfriend and some financial difficulties that he's been experiencing. And then he took another Tylenol and then another and then another. And next thing you know, he took like a dozen of them before his friends realized that he's been absent for a little while. So they start checking on him and they saw him taking the pill. So they called the ambulance. The ambulance came. They gave him some medication to make him kind of throw up the pills. And then they brought him to emergency room. So he spent a few hours in the emergency room. They gave him charcoal and checked his Tylenol levels. So he was medically cleared. That means that he's good to go to a psychiatric floor and he does not need any more medical attention. So he slept through the night and I saw him in the morning when he woke up kind of visibly hungover, but kind of in the interview he connected with me. So he was laughing and smiling when I made a couple of jokes. So what he told me was that he actually grew up in a supportive family. As half of the Toronto, he is from an immigrant family, so his parents had to sacrifice a lot to come here and ensure their kids' future. So he felt that pressure from the parents to do well in life. And he did. He graduated college. He has a job in sales and business. So he works for a big company. So everything seems to be going well. But he's still experiencing a bit of financial stressors. So he still lives with his family, with his parents. They're very supportive. They love him a lot. But he still experienced that pressure, the expectations to be strong, to keep going no matter what. So he doesn't really talk about his feelings with his parents. Additionally, he even himself doesn't quite understand how he has been feeling. And that is probably the most important thing. See, what he told me was that up until COVID, a couple of years ago, he actually was doing quite well. His mood was good. He was hanging out with his friends. He likes to listen to K-pop music, and he went to a couple of concerts. He enjoys playing sports with his friends. So everything went well. But then during COVID, something happened. So like he was isolated. He couldn't work. His sales position was closed for a while. So he went on the government support. And he was home. He couldn't socialize with his friends. The gyms were closed, etc. So he started drinking a little bit, and then a little bit more. Over time, he started feeling this boredom. So, see, I think that he's actually depressed. Maybe moderate, not so much severe. I tend to see more severe cases. He's more like moderately depressed. And then he experienced his mood as more like a boredom. He tries to watch a movie, but then nothing really interests him. He doesn't enjoy the music as well. He kind of isolates himself, but yet when his friends pull him out of his apartment to spend time with them, he actually enjoys still playing sports. Everything in his relationships was going well until about last week when he started arguing with his girlfriend, and now he thinks that they're probably going to break up. So all of this stress, financial stress, not being able to move out of his home, and isolation, this problems with the relationship with his girlfriend, inability to talk to his close friends and the family about his emotional issues, and more importantly, not even realizing that he has emotional issues, kind of led to the point when he started drinking last night. His guard went down, his judgment got impaired, and without even planning, without having particularly suicidal thoughts, he started taking the pills, and then another one, And then he told me that he actually didn't care whether he lives or dies. And then he thought maybe if he keeps taking these pills, his pain would go away. But I think he was talking more about emotional pain rather than his headache at that point. So he was lucky that his friends noticed that something was wrong and brought him to the hospital. Now, when I saw him this morning, he slept through the night. He was fine. He was able to connect with me, smile. So I see that he's not that depressed that he needs to be in a hospital. He denied any suicidal thoughts. He was sharing plans for the future with me. So I didn't have particularly safety concerns about him today. So I offered him to stay voluntarily for another day, but he chose to go home, relax, and go to work tomorrow. So I suggested him to see his family doctor and explore community resources for psychotherapy, counseling, or coaching. Additionally, I directed him to the service that called Bounce Back Ontario, that is online coaching, so he could connect through email or phone to get advice how to work on his resilience. I told him that there are two parts. One is the stress that comes his way, and he has no control over it. His girlfriend may decide to break up with him. His business may go out of business. COVID may strike, another virus, something else may happen. So he cannot change the stress that comes his way, but what he can do, he can work on his resilience. He can work on ability to tolerate that stress and keep moving forward. So I also shared with him a website. I'm gonna put it in the comments. That is a website that provides free online mindfulness-based stress reduction. MBSR, for short, mindfulness-based stress reduction, was developed many years ago and well researched for depression, anxiety, and actually chronic pain as well. I'm referring to physical pain, but it also helps with emotional pain. He would have to make quite a bit of commitment, about maybe half an hour a day, and it will be pretty boring to do mindful exercises. But if he does so, over the next few weeks, he might find himself more capable of pushing back on his stress. So he also can reach out to private psychotherapy. I don't think he needs medication, but if he doesn't do what he has to do, then maybe a medication may be helpful in the future. And one other very important point for him is to let go of the drinking. He doesn't seem to be a big drinker, but it seems as if every weekend he goes out with his friends and he has a couple too many, and then his judgment impairs. So if he doesn't want to find himself in the same situation again, I suggested him to quit drinking. So in the summary, so this man in his 20s, he suffers from moderate depression. He's not aware that he's depressed, and he doesn't share his feelings, so nobody can tell him that he's depressed. Nobody could until he met me today, so lucky him. And then what he can do, he can work on his ability to manage his stress, on his resilience, and in the future, if this plan doesn't work, he may consider medications for it. So if you experience emotional distress, moderate depression, or maybe you just don't enjoy life, and then you may be experiencing this boredom and restlessness like my friend who I met today. So please speak with your family, speak with your friends. They have known you for years. They may tell you that this is who you are, or maybe not. They may have a good suggestion for you. You can talk to your family doctor. But if you do have suicidal thoughts, even if you're intoxicated, pick up the phone, just call 911. Call 911, they're going to bring you to a hospital, see somebody like me, and then we'll figure it out together. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. I'll share more cases and more experiences. And keep in mind that although this case is quite real, I'm talking about actual real person, but I changed the details. So if you see any similarities, that's probably just coincidental. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.